Okay. I like when I get done, I clean up after your mom. I'm just saying for right now, what's annoying is I like to take a shower, but the shower be so fucking filthy because of your soap and your hair, man. I gotta wear shower shoes. This is our home. We ain't supposed to be wearing shower shoes in a home shower. I wear shower shoes because this shit is disgusting, man.
Like I said, I've been irresponsible, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Just do that for us, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Do that.
I know right now it's tough. So I know right now, it's for me. I ain't talking about nobody. For me, I know it's tough, and I know I'm, so what that means? I look that means basically a certain way, and sometimes and see they pass. It's really like it's really nothing not to say. Even if I feel like somebody is kind of disrespecting me a little bit, it's really nothing I can say. So I was like,
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just talking to you, bro. If you might be a little too sensitive because you're used to other people talking to you a certain way. But I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not cussing at you. I ain't calling you out your name. I'm just telling you what's the.
No, they're not right now.
Anytime, bro.
Even when you text me, like you.
If I send a text, it ain't no frustration.
Disrespectful.
No, but if I say shit like "What the fuck," that's all the frustration. I just was up in the bathroom and I had to clean up behind your stuff when I'm trying to take a shower, and then while I'm trying to clean up the strainer out of the tub, and I drop it, all this fucking shit fall out, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I text him like, come on, man, this shit is crazy.
Not because, like I said, I use the shower more than anybody, so I would clean the shower. So I'm not.
But like, you should
never.
never.
Nothing to be mad about. So
but like, when you wash your hair, bro, you can't let that hair stay.
I got you. I got you. Growing up, since I use a shower, it'd be different than everybody using the shower and messing it up. But since I'm the only one that use it.
No, you're not the only one that use it. That's how I know it's in there. I use it, but I don't use it as much as I want to because it's always fucking dirty.
I'm the one that uses the shower most of the time. I realize that now. So I'm gonna clean the shower.
However you want to put it.
Everybody using the shower. So it's like, yo, I'm like, why should I be the only one cleaning? But since I'm the only one, I use the shower.
You're the one that dirties it. I use the shower. You use the shower, but the shower be fucked up.
I'm the only one that use the shower most of the time. So it's like, I'm clean.
Bruh. However you want to put it, just please clean up after yourself, my dude. Whatever makes the most sense to you, just apply cleaning up after yourself in that shower. That's all. As long as you do that, man. I don't care how often who use it the most, whatever the fuck. Just do yours after you. Then that way I can do mine after me, and whoever else do theirs after they get out of there, and everything should be cool. But I had to get them strainers because the shit kept getting clogged up. And they cost money to call them plumbers to come in here and unclog that shit, man. Same thing with in the kitchen. I had to get them stoppers up in there because just because we have
the kitchen not me.
I'm just saying, back in the day, just because it's a disposal, just because it's a disposal, we don't have to put our food.
Like I said, the shower I can admit to, since I'm the one I use it off right now. So I'm the one, whatever the reason is, since I'm the one I use it more than anybody for the last couple of months. I see. I can clean it.
And you love that car or something outside?
This video is sponsored by Tamika Cross. Okay, she's been teaching Montessori.
All right, well, fuck it. Go ahead, ride on out, dude.
But if you want to talk,
no, that's cool. I don't want to talk. Fuck it. Go ahead. I get it for you. Go ahead up. Give me like 5 minutes. Go ahead up. Give me 5. Go ahead up. Give me 5 minutes. I get it to you.
No, go ahead, Mike.
No, that's cool. Go ahead. Give me 5 minutes.
Go ahead. I want to listen to what you saying.
No. Go ahead. Give me 5 minutes. I get it to you. I'll set it up for you. It's cool. I ain't got nothing to say. Go ahead. Give me give me 5 minutes.
Can I listen to your advice real quick?
And come back in 5 minutes.
Just
come back in 5 minutes.
Every time we see each other,
it's cool. Just come on back in 5 minutes. I was just talking to you. You just said what you said, and I just said, just come back.
But you know what? I want to hear what you said.
It's cool now.
I want to listen.
It's cool. Come back in 5 minutes, though.
All right. What they teach our kids, some people know Montessori is. It comes from a woman named Maria Montessori, right? This is what place kids in the atmosphere in the classrooms where they learn based on the activities and the things they engage with naturally. Not some classroom where everything is sawed up and you got to do everything routine. See, this is different, and that's why I say you have to study psychology. And thanks to people like Tamika Cross, you're able to tap into this, okay? Please tap into this. This is very, very important. And like I say, all her information going to be at the bottom of the description. Do more research on Montessori. You know what I'm saying? Learn what it is if you never heard of it. But I thank her and people like her for bringing this to the light, okay? Because one of the things she did speak about, she did say that these classrooms, it wasn't created to help our kids. These public schools, they speak about this all the time. Okay. So please tap in, man. Grab the book. Learn about it if you got kids, if you got grandkids, whatever. This is something that we all need to be pushing, okay? And I thank you again, Tamika Cross, for bringing your information and putting all your energy forth and helping us all. You see what I'm saying? This is very, very important, and it's going to blow your mind once you learn what Montessori really is. And then you're going to ask yourself, why don't they implement this in the school system? I tell y'all why. They're not out to make the world a better place. Okay? But I'm going to let you be the judge of that. Hit all the information on the bottom. Tap in with her, man. Email her. Talk to her. Go get the book. Share this with your book clubs, man. We're trying to spread the information as far as we can, okay? I want people to understand, even if you have never heard of the word Montessori, right? You have to understand, how do you control millions of people?
That's what happens when a man is in love with a woman that doesn't love him, and he's doing everything to try to make sure that try to win her love. And I've been there before. You have to make a decision. Either accept it for the love she's getting and just accept that, or just leave it alone. But you will never ever win her over, because you can't make her heart feel what it don't, and she don't. And her actions that night showed it. And my problem with our women, because I never date nothing but black women, but my only thing is, y'all gotta stop harboring these fugitives. If they wrong, they wrong. You understand? Because we're talking about her, we know me, we buying shit to all black women. So let that fugitive out here deal with the consequences of this, because you harbor that fugitive inside. Let's bring her on out here to be properly dealt with.
I'm not gonna go to the award show with no big thing, ain't got no control of. That bitch was smiling when he was up there crying, apologizing.
Yeah.
When he was up there crying, apologizing, that bitch. You see what Jada does. If you really research this woman, you see, oh, this so wicked.
Yeah.
Who gave him weirdo kids? Nobody want to say this.
The woman run the household, you know what I mean?
You think this is a result of the woman running the household?
Hey.
It's the result of an evil running the household. Come on. Will, get that toxic into life. I'm sure you're going to calm down. That's what it is. Somebody who you for real need to tell you, I know you don't want to be broke. You don't want to go to divorce court or whatever, but your life is being stressed out over this job. This that you're going. You are not as strong a man as you would be if you wasn't sitting by Toxic Iron Man. Come on, somebody tell him that who know him. We all know what it is, and she's showing. That did some bold to that info. Bold. And I'm talking about everybody who know what's up. Come on, man. Hey, man, that's his life, though. Woo. Look at his life. Look at what he did. Look at what he gonna be known for. All that he accomplished, what is he gonna be known for?
Will Smith, he was finally going to be rewarded for all of his work and everything that he's accomplished. No doubt it was his night. But instead, he decided to ruin everything by making the decision that he made to, quote, protect his wife. Protect his wife, who was in no danger at all. And as you can see, she found the moment funny. The moment her husband decided to make a fool out of himself in her honor. Many of you are wondering, why didn't Jada come out to defend her husband? After all, he put everything on the line to, quote, protect her. I'll tell you why, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click the notification bell for all updates, and if you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below, and I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you.
Would you define tonight as uncomfortable?
No, I would define tonight as a success. It was a great night tonight. First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore. That made me have hope.
Tiffany Haddish just said that Will slapping Chris Rock, it gave her hope. Hope for what exactly? Would you feel the same way if he had slapped Regina Hall? You know, Regina Hall made comments before Chris Rock. Would you have that same energy if it had been her instead? Of course not. The problem here is that women like Tiffany Haddish, women like Jada Pinkett, they hate men. They really do. Jada Pinkett once admitted that. They do not like men. That's why that night and that week, you saw a lot of women praising Will Smith. Most of those women, single women. Most of those women with deep hatred towards men. Those are the women that you had running around cheering this on.
Yeah, I want to know how you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if you was clearly hurt? I mean, they put her face up on the screen, flipped over at his wife. She's hurt. What would you want?
I would want him to defend me. The thing that made me sad was like this was a big night for Will, and then you saw that emotion for him, and it was like it's just I don't think I've still processed how this night went.
Well, I just know she better take care of business when they get home, because I know I would. My man did that for me. I'm just saying. Hello.
Did you talk to either of them today?
Yeah, I did.
Did you tell them how you felt?
Oh, they know how I feel. Oh, they know how. That's my friend. They know.
Well, you go way back with them. To them.
It's a girl's trip. Yeah, yeah. They know my crazy.
It was incredible to watch Will up there at T1. How did you feel watching him give that speech?
I felt very proud. I felt gratified. And I just hope that more men are like that. Care about their families. Now, it's not just about you, right? It's not just about you, sir. What about your family, the people you create, the people that help you be who you are?
Ma'am, that's what you should have said to Jada. It's not all about Jada. It was about Will's night. What he's built, his legacy for the family. Jada could care less about their legacy because she can't stand Will anyway. That's why she was laughing when her husband was making a fool of himself. That's why she didn't try to calm her husband down. That's why Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington had to do it. This is a very evil, manipulative woman. She knew what to do to unleash him. And she watched in glee as he went up there and undid all of his greatness. Will has accomplished a lot. But now this is the highlight of his career. On the night that was supposed to be the best night of his career, it's the most memorable night, but for the wrong reasons. As a wife, you should want to protect a legacy. But let's be honest, Jada never wanted to be Will's wife in the first place. That's why she spent the last quarter of a century doing whatever she could to undermine their relationship, introduce craziness in their relationship. Look at their kids. Jada has such an influence over the whole family. They're out of order. And her mother and her grandmother, well, they have a history. And she's been sitting up there at that red table telling it all. Now you have Will Smith, his money, his reputation being impacted, projects getting placed on hold, some in pre-production considering finding a replacement. You got the Oscars deciding whether or not they're going to take it back. And I was wondering, when would Jada come out and defend her husband? Well, word is, Jada wished Will didn't do it. She's saying he overreacted. A lot of people, men and women, both saying that it seems like Jada is trying to throw Will under the bus. The man that just made himself look like a complete fool, she seems to be more concerned with protecting her own image. Word is that Jada said that she's not the type of woman that needed to be protected. Basically, she's saying that she didn't ask Will to do it. He did it on his own. And at the end of the day, this is what toxic women do. They will set you up to do something crazy to impress them or stroke their ego, all in the name of protection, then turn her back on you once you end up suffering the consequences for your actions. Banned from the industry, project scrap, lawsuits, behind bars, or 6 feet under. And the reason why Jada didn't try to smooth things over or defend Will is because she can't stand him. She's enjoying all the attention from this. When dealing with a woman like Jada, the more you try to show her love and affection, the more she will push you away. Will is not the man Jada wanted, but Will had star power, social status, money. If he lost all his social status right now and never regained it, Jada will be filing for divorce and running away with at least 50% in alimony. But something tells me that she's more evil than that. She could be possibly pushing him to love deletion on purpose, so she can have 100%. And this woman is pure evil. It's not really about money for her. It's about the power and control and dominating a man. So there it is. That's the reason why Jada is doing what she's doing. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. Thank you to Tyrone W. and Cal Bunn. I appreciate you all, as well as Dark Power and the sister Luke Hazley. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel too.
Yeah, the bumper was going to hit it. We should have taken the bumper out. Breaking in spring.
Oh, dude! Wow!
muchas al 800-893-1997 para ver si califica al programa CNC.
Se quedó dando el que se pegó en su taza y el boom. I know you felt that. I know those I was able to get it down. Hop it! Oh, he's gonna fucking roll. Stange vorne. Schieb mal zurück. Warum willst du gar nicht mal fahren, aber jetzt den Wert jetzt zeigst? Das ist immer wieder so. Die amerikanische Zollschraube ist auch. Ja? Das ist, glaube ich, von da. Also, wo kommt der her? Lowrider bedeutet nonstop basteln. Das ist so ein Punkt. Schätze Smoke. Ja, wenn das in der Werkstatt war, dass du das Frühstück und dann hast du das vergessen. Ja, das gibt eigentlich den Gegenwert. Den Schnapp. Wo ist eine Schraube los, oder was? Ah, hier, das war bitte. So. Ja. Hey, here we go, one more time. Lowrider part 2. Got it hunched up. Oh, it broke! It broke! Down! C-clip eliminators for the win!
When you get caught being a simp and you don't realize it until after you get caught being a simp.
Okay, so I'm getting ready.
When you get caught being a simp and you don't realize it until after you get caught being a simp.
Okay, so I'm getting ready for work right now. I just woke up. I just hopped in the shower, washed my face, blah, 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 blah. But, you guys, I got the fucking ick from my boyfriend, right? The horrible fucking ick. And I just don't understand them. Like, I really don't fucking understand them because it's like you get these icks with a dude that you're so happy with, right? And then you're like, okay, what the fuck, you? Like, he does the most minor shit, right? And then it's like, ew, do I even like him? Like, should I leave him? Like, or maybe I'm just dramatic as fuck, I don't know. But I get these icks and I'm like, okay, so I clearly don't like him like I thought I did, because if I did, then this would have pissed me off, right? So, okay, this is what happened today, you know? So I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., right? But I always have like errands to run, so I set my alarm at 11 so I can go get like the thing I have to get. I'm not gonna say what I have to do, but I have to go like get something done, right? And when I woke up for my alarm, I had to text my boyfriend. My boyfriend was like, "Don't worry about doing X, Y, Z. Like, I'll go for you. You can stay in bed. Period." Right? I'm like, you are just a man of gold. Like, wow, you're so
The
sweet.
Raiders
Not
on
to
the
go out of
clock
your
now.
way to
What
make sure
direction
I
will
got
they
sleep,
go?
you know, because he also works himself today. But he works a regular schedule. That's not the point. So, anyways, I like wake up at 3 p.m. and he's home and I'm like, come upstairs so he can say hi to me. So like he comes upstairs and we're talking, right? And he's like telling me like, oh, like about the weather and stuff and how the car was slipping when driving. And I'm confused because it's a whole ass really big ass Jeep. I'm like, why was your car slipping when you're sliding? He's like, it wasn't. I was like, so what do you mean? He's like, oh no, I was driving their car. Okay. And so first off, I don't know why that part came in because we always drive each other's cars, like, whenever we need to.
The
Like, I don't
Bucks
care.
on
You
the
know, like,
clock now.
it was not
Let's see
weird
who
to
they
my
have
car.
their eye on.
But this is what gave me the fucking ick, right? So when I went to work, I knew my gas was, like, low-ish, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna take the gas. I was like, wait until tomorrow being tomorrow to get gas, right? So I was like, I don't have gas to last me, like, to get to work and then to
And the
get home.
Steelers on the
But
clock now.
I find
Let's see what
out that
direction
he's
they
my
go.
car. So I'm like, oh, okay, so did you get gas for me? He's like,
The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do. The Chiefs on the clock now. The Saints are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Broncos, and time is ticking. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock. All right, the Packers are now on the clock. All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Vikings on the clock now. The Titans on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up. The Bills are now on the clock. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. The Giants are on the clock now. All right, the Chiefs are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Browns. They're on the clock. And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. Okay, the Giants up now. They're on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Ravens are up now. Let's see what direction they go. The Jaguars are now on the clock. And now we turn to the WFT. It's their selection. All right, it's the Browns now on the clock. All right, it's the Panthers now on the clock. Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. The Lions on the clock now. What direction will they go? And now on the clock, it's the Raiders. Okay, it's the Bucks now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Chiefs. The Saints are on the clock now. What direction will they go? It's the Cowboys now on the clock. The Broncos are on the clock now. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. Okay, it's the Rams up now. They're on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The 49ers now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the Vikings. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. And now we turn to the Colts. It's their selection. Okay, the Texans up now. They're on the clock. It's the Bills now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Giants. And the Chargers now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? Okay, the Browns on the clock now. All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the Cardinals. Okay, here we go. The Cardinals now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. Okay, the Jaguars are now on the clock. Washington is now on the clock. And now we turn to the Bengals. It's their selection. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Lions on the clock now. All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're up. On the clock now, it's the Buccaneers. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. All right, the Seahawks are now on the clock. The Chiefs are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, on the clock now, the Saints. Okay, next up, it's the Packers on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. And the Rams now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? On the clock now, it's the Packers, and time is ticking. All right, it's now the 49ers' turn. They're up. All right, it's now the Vikings' turn. They're up. All right, next up, the Titans are on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Texans. All right, on the clock now, the Bills. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. On the clock now, it's the Giants, and time is ticking. Okay, the Ravens are on the clock now. The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in. All right, on the clock now, the Lions. The Raiders now on the clock. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. The Dolphins now on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now. The Cowboys now on the clock. All right, the Broncos are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. The Texans are now on the clock. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. The Vikings are on the clock now. What direction will they go? On the clock now, it's the Titans. The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Ravens. All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock. When DeMarcus Ware was selected 11th over